The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying if he can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So it's 3rd and goal now. This is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Chubb again. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Mayfield to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now Mahomes. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. On Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And down he'll go at the 25. A run for Nick Chubb. He stiff arms him. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing. Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Mayfield down. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Again, he's got that man Landry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Mayfield with it once more. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. He's got it. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 27, Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wild Card game. And you can see the result there. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the 3rd quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wild Card game. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. A give running right is Chubb. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Carlson is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the toll.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there. This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab, and the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a... And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd and 10. Mahomes, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. Mahomes now on 1st down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Mahomes to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Staying on his feet. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
2nd and 6. Now Finley. Taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jordan Elliott picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense Carlson up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, Finley. Caught, Kelsey, left side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Finley. And he whips that one incomplete there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Finley. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. To throw is Finley. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 2nd and a long way to go. Finley dumps it complete to Miller. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Finley, and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Finley now. He finds his man, complete. It's Gray. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Finley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Finley. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll throw again. Finley. And that will be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, here's Chubb again. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talk.
Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second and 4. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A play-action fake, and they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
So a big turn of events there. They had him sacked on 3rd down, but the hand to the face going to give him new life.
And when it comes to protecting quarterbacks, partners, you well know, these officials are not going to hesitate if they see a tug on the mask. Heck, if they see a hand up near the mask, the flag's going to come out.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw.
Out quickly to Judy.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
2nd down and 4.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
A first carry here for J.J. Taylor.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now Williams running left. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4 and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Room here to run. 20. 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tim Patrick. 43 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Jones throw complete there to Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 31, Jones. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as it goes out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to throw again. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. What a weekend it has been. This the last of our 6 games in this wild card round as we wrap up a very exciting 2 days of NFL football. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wild Card game. And it's the Cleveland Browns who will fight on as they knock off the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wild Card game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Jones on 3rd down. Finding Harris over the middle. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, this is Harris. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's got this down to the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 6.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant to Hamler.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Warren. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Christian Barmore able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. From the 27, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's brought down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Again, he'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. Not much there, only a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones hit and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt.
day. From Lucas Oil Stadium.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Wentz now on 1st down.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rakisin. And the Colts are going to have great field position here. This is returned just shy of midfield. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now Wentz. And this one caught by Max Williams. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. This defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. Taylor gets around him. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. From the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Oh, he's heading off the football, put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Touchdown Colts. Jonathan Taylor from 6 yards away. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now back to throw. Johnson's got it complete.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. On the return, it's Rodgers. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz. It's complete to Fuller.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing is Wentz. Open man is Myers. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Getting in there to break that one up, Rock Ya-Sin. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Wentz now to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Middle of the field to the tight end Doyle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Now it's Hines. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Quiddy Pay.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Carson Wentz and the Colt offense ready to go back to work.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's a 2nd and 7. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wild Card matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 3 games here on this Wild Card Saturday is at halftime. We're going to back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game as it'll be the Cleveland Browns doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wild Card game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Harris. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Looking to throw.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
The 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Wentz to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 4. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So that one will be accepted.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz.
And he'll find Pittman.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by Myers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Wentz again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now. It's Harris, and they'll get him down here at the 23. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Zach Gentry, 68 yards. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hines. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeForest Buckner, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Wentz. And he fires one, but incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Now fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Completion here to Claypool.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 5. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On second down, it's Hines, and he stopped immediately there. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Wentz. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Colts are winners as we say so long.